Hey guys, it's Alex here, the marketing director of Your Choice Healthcare Group. I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know that our physical therapist, Austin, has came up with a video regarding sit-to-stands and what all it is, as well as how to perform them correctly. So please stay tuned.
Guys, I wanted to provide some tips and tricks for a sit-to-stand transfer. It might be a part of your home exercise program based on your functional level, but there are some movement sequencing and some task segmentation type things that you can do to better improve your performance and your independence overall. And we want to first start out by breaking it up into steps. Step one, we sit back in a chair like normal, but step one, we want to scoot out on the edge of the chair. Now, I want more of a leg off the chair than on the chair, but be mindful that you're not scooting so far out that it's a fall hazard because you could slide onto the floor, especially if you're on a recliner and it tilts forward. So step one, scoot out. Step two, get your feet back underneath of you. Step three, we want to get our nose over our toes. Step four is going to be right close to three, which is once we get our nose over our toes, we want to take that momentum, drive through the floor. If we're going to push with our hands, that's fine too, and drive through and extend our hips. From there, make sure that you're standing beside the surface that you just transferred from for a second to make sure that you're balanced, you're not dizzy, and ultimately you're safe. When you're going to sit back down, a very important piece is to make sure that the chair or the surface you're about to sit on is perfectly behind you and you're lined up correctly. So you want to make sure that you can feel the chair touching both legs. That way, if it's just touching one, you're off balance, but if you can feel it touching both, you know that it's behind you. The other thing you can do is you can look back and you can make sure that not only the chair's there, but your hand can follow where your eyes went, so then you can touch the surface you're about to sit on. And then ultimately lower yourself, don't fall down. I always say don't crush my eggs. Imagine I put a bunch of eggs in your chair and I don't want you to fall into them. So step one, scooting out. Step two, getting our feet back underneath of us. Step three, we want to get our nose over our toes. And four, we're going to drive through and extend our hips to standing. So step one, scoot out. Step two, feet underneath. Step three, nose over toes, drive through with four, standing all the way up. Touching the chair with both legs, making sure it's perfectly behind us. You can touch it with your hand, lower yourself safely, and we can restart the process. Now be mindful of if you're sitting in a recliner or a chair that is just out in the open, like a kitchen chair, sometimes they have a tendency to move on you. So we want to make sure that we're stable and we're doing this correctly, so we're ultimately improving our safety, our independence, and our quality of life.